Oh, absolutely. I mean, we have got some high caliber company with us. We can tell you that much. Let's talk a little bit about their roots. I mean, we've got people not just from Race Room necessarily, but from all over the sim racing scene. We've got some teams who have just formed for this very event. It's generated a lot of interest.
Yeah, for sure. We had a lot of teams trying to qualify for the race online, and the best 23 teams are going to compete here in the event. And we can only guess which one is the team that's going to come out on top.
Well, I think it is about time that we meet the stars of the show. It's time to meet the drivers and the teams who are going to be staking their claim to become the masters of the Nordschleife. Diego Lasasso, Cyril Saussey and Julian Reinhardt form Churi eSports from Spain. They're on Simulator 23.
And rounding out the grid, Simulator number 24, it's Mad Eagle Racing with Marlon Mielke, Moritz Siako and Rainer Heigl.
So many big names, Rob, and at the same time, there's so many names that we have not heard of coming together for the Nurburgring eSports Championship Series. It's an incredible spectacle.
Yeah, and for me it's just also amazing just to see all the drivers here lining up behind the simulators, and I would really like to be in their shoes, but it's also just sitting here, just watching them here, being all anxious before the race is just great to see.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, these are your competitors for the NTech. Drivers, take to your stations, please.
Seconds on pace, they'd be lucky to make top 10 by the end.
Oh, I mean, look at the timer at the top, so there's still plenty of time left.
Yeah, of course.
I would not worry yet. We can just see another really close battle that's been going on for quite a long time. That's the Spanish team of Churi, and they are putting all the pressure on the Williams.
All things considered, Williams eSports and Jorge Lopez have got to be happy with this start. They're up into the top 15, and there's not been many major incidents, at least not that we've seen on stream. They're, what, 4 seconds behind the next car? They're some 10 seconds behind 10th. We've seen how many incidents have there been already. I mean, if they keep on going like this, I'd argue they've not even got their best chance in the car of Danny Huncadea. I mean, these guys could potentially be a late race charge for top 10.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, they're making good progress here. Of course, on the straight, always a little advantage goes to the Mercedes compared to the Porsche of Churi eSports here. But yeah, let's see. I mean, we don't really know about the other drivers. And Danny Huncadea, he's of course driving in the real 24-hour race this weekend.
Yeah.
Which is happening, I don't know, maybe like 30 meters away from where we sit currently. So that's quite interesting to see him here.
That is such an intense face, isn't it?
Yeah.
I absolutely love this sort of camera. There's Cyril Saussey in the car for Churi at the moment. Looking distinctly European from my point of view as a friend. and doing well, actually, to keep up with Lopez ahead. Look at that. You can just see how much he catches up through the corners. Given by the time we get to the straight, it's probably going to be the Mercedes pulling ahead, but as long as he stays close enough in this section, he'll be able to eat up the slipstream and stay close, and that's why this battle has been going on for as long as it has been.
Yeah, it's always hard to pass though when you're in a car that's slower on the straights, because you really have to force your way through. You can see here taking an interesting line for sure.
Is that probably the dirty air, I imagine?
I'm not sure if the dirty air is so big in these cars. I think the slipstream actually will help a little bit more.
It's almost mesmerizing. I love these onboard shots, and I love having a little listen of the car as he really attacks that curve. The Mercedes does the same here, and now on board with the Williams eSports team. Of course, they have got big events coming up this year. This is the first of their calendar. We were already talked about earlier in the broadcast. They kind of stolen the march on the rest of the Formula One grid in actually putting their teams around the carousel. Saussey almost pushing Lopez around, and oh, look at that! He broke late and it's come off well. Saussey is past the Williams, and a well-deserved move as well.
Yeah, and I think that was actually Lopez letting him. And we have James with an interview.
Yeah, so I have
Cyril with me from Churi. An interesting opening stint. You've been battling with Williams eSports for practically the entirety of that hour. How does it feel to drive the car? How does it feel to battle Williams?
I had a bad start, I think, with our strategy, an early stop. I just push, and I saw the guy going out and take the position, another position, going to Williams, and I didn't want really to overtake him. I was just pushing, putting pressure, and finally we was side by side, and he let him a position, and I just passed.
Sounds nice and simple when you put it like that. Churi, coming to this event, do you have any expectations? What position would you like to finish in? Do you expect to finish in it by the end of the race?
I was hoping for a top 10, but it will be tough, I think. No, we'll see.
We will see. Well, Cyril, congratulations on a great first stint. Back to you, Rob. Fascinating to get these driver insights. We'll hope to have a few more later in the race.